So let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to start out with Brooke.
Okay.
She's going to talk to us a little bit about the Trim 6 program and how that's going. And yeah, so I'll turn time over to Brooke, and then Zane, you can hop on right after her.
All right. So our Trim 6 program launched today, but that does not mean that one, that you can't get in and start it, and two, you can't continue to invite people into it. The whole reason of having a start date was giving me a deadline of when I needed to get the training videos done. So they are, for the first phase, all of the videos are done. So that way you can get in, start learning about what we're doing inside this Trim 6 program, and also invite your customers into this as well. So I think we have, last I checked as of this morning, which I had a couple friends sign up today, but one morning we had 37 people signed up for it so far, which is awesome. And our whole purpose of getting this going right now is, one, we want people to be able to lose weight and feel great for the holiday season, but we also are going to be collecting case studies and testimonials throughout this. So when we launch it officially in January, that we will have lots of social proof and everything behind it. So, and you all can be part of that social proof and you can share your story. So we have our very first call. So every week there are calls. Our very first call is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And all of the links are going to be inside the training portal. So you'll log in, you'll go to the community, and that's where you'll see it. I'm also going to probably set up some emails that get sent out to remind everyone to get on those calls. And those calls are just to answer any questions that you have, because I know as you are going through a process of trying to lose weight that a lot of people have a lot of questions. And can I eat this, or should I be doing that? Or when I take Trim, it makes me, I had a girl message me today and she's like, so I started taking it today and my head just felt funky. That's what she said. So talking to people about like what is normal, what's not normal, those kind of things are going to help get everyone on track. So I would highly, highly suggest that all of you jump in there. You can go to sakavu.com/trim- and then the number 6, and then use the coupon code ENDOCOACH, all one word, and that will get you in for free. That also is the same link that you're going to be sending out to your customers. You want to just make sure when you send it out to your customers that at the very end, it's going to add in www, or there's like the question WA equals, and then I think it automatically puts in www at the end. You want to erase that and put in whatever your username is that you would normally send stuff for people to go to your shopping cart and everything. So we want to get as many people in this as possible so that way we can build all of that up. And one of the things that you can do for those of you who over the last 6 weeks or so have invited people to come in for the free 2-week trial of Trim, this is a really, really good something to offer that you could reach out to people and you can say, hey, I know you tried this 2-week trial. I want to see one. How did it go? And also, do you want to be in this 6-week program that's going to help you, not just here's a pill to lose weight, but it also is going to teach you healthy habits. So we walk through how our metabolism works, nutrition, exercise, all of that. But it's like, it's not a crazy, you eat crazy food, and it's not a crazy, like you got to work out an hour a day. None of that. It's like super, super laid back chill, but it works. So that's the exciting part with that. So I would make a list of all your people that you have invited to the Trim trial and see if they want to do Trim 6 and get started now. That way they'll finish right about around the first of the year. So you can ask them, what's your goal? How much weight do you want to lose by the end of the year? Well, I got this program that's really going to help you. And this go around, it's only $27. The next time that we launch it, it's going to be a lot more than that. So if you want to get in on this like beta version, then you want to make sure that you jump on it now, because it's going to be a lot more expensive when it starts in January. So that is how I would do it. Do you have any questions about like how to invite people, what to do, anything like that, or any questions about the Trim 6 program at all?
I'm sorry, Brooke, I missed, so we do sukavu.com -6 -trim /WA, and then our thing. Where do we put the endo coach?
So that's the link, the sukavu.com/trim the number 6. It's in the chat too, for those of you who are on the computer. And then that's going to take you to a landing page, and there's going to be like a button that says join the Trim 6.
Okay.
When you click on that, then it's going to take you to an order form where you're going to put your information in. So you put your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, and then it's going to ask you for your credit card for $27. That's where there's a coupon code that you can put in Endo Coach, and it will take the $27 off and give it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. I think I might have already done that.
If you did before this morning, you should have gotten an email this morning letting you know.
Oh,
I
haven't looked.
So.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Nothing else? Everyone's good? You don't have questions about how to invite people or anything?
They don't have to take it. So if they were like, no, I don't want to get the product, then it was just kind of like coaching them more on health, basically.
So if they don't want to buy the product, that's fine. So they're just paying $27 to come into the program. The reason for that is because when they first get in, so they sign up, they pay the $27. On the next page, it says, for the best results, you want to either buy the Trim 6 package or the core package. And if right then they're like, I don't know if I want to buy products, I'm just going to try the program, they can do that. As we go through the whole program, we're going to be talking about why you want to be taking Trim, why you want to be taking Balance. And so they're going to be upsold into it throughout the entire thing. So if they don't purchase, that's okay, because we'll probably get them in the end.
Okay.
So, because it's the product, I mean, eating this way, you can lose weight. But when you add in Trim and Balance into this system, it's like gasoline. Like you are going to lose weight super, super quick.
So I would like some suggestions on how to invite people, because my thing is like, I don't need to lose weight. I've never had to lose weight. So it's kind of like not my area.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know there are a lot of people that do, but.
Like the majority of people, Krista.
I know.
So I would just, all the people that because I know that you've invited a lot of people into the trial. So I would follow up with each of them and say, hey, I just wanted to see how it was going. Have you hit your weight loss goals yet? And almost everyone's going to say no, especially because we just had Thanksgiving, right? And then say, well, how much are you looking to lose by the end of the year? Because you're just finding out if people are like, you know what, I don't want to lose anything by the end of the year. I'm just going to be fat till January. There are people like, I totally have thought that before, you know? So you're going to just find out what their goals are. And then when they say, you know, I want to lose 10 pounds by the first of the year, then you can say, great, you know what, we just launched this new program It's really, really awesome. And it's going to teach you how to eat and work with your metabolism. Because this is the thing, there is not one program out there, no one out there is teaching about your metabolic biological cycles. And that's the main thing that we're going to be teaching, that the trim and the balance work so perfectly together. Because you have your 3 weeks where you're going to lose weight, and then you have 3 weeks where you maintain. Any person that has tried to lose weight will have experienced, and on this call, nod your head if you've experienced this, where you've tried to lose weight and it's going pretty good for the first 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, and then you just plateau and you're doing the exact same thing. Nothing has changed, but you're just not losing weight anymore. And the reason for that is because of your metabolism and the cycles that your metabolism goes through. So you have a 3-week weight loss cycle, then you have a 3-week balance or maintaining cycle. And when you are working with your body through those cycles and then adding in the product that also supports that, that's where it's really going to skyrocket your weight loss. So even my mom, she's been taking trim and she's on the protein and the greens and NOx and everything. And she's been on it for about 5-6 weeks. And when I talked to her right before Thanksgiving, and she's like, I haven't lost weight in like 5 days. She's like, this is weird. I haven't changed anything. And I'm like, I know, Mom, like, even though you're taking all of the right products and you're doing everything, it's still your metabolism. You have to work with your metabolism in order to keep the weight off as well. So, and that's why, like, so right before Thanksgiving, I ate a bunch of stuff that I quote unquote shouldn't. Like, I ate out a ton, I gained like 3 pounds, but the next day when I ate the way that I should eat, I lost it really, really fast. And that's because I've now trained my body that this is my new weight. And that's what the maintain or the balance phase does. Is it trains your body, this is your new weight. So even if you eat things like you have cake and cookies and donuts and all of the things that we know that we shouldn't eat, and we gain weight, it's really easy to come right back down to where we're at because we've trained our metabolism to do that. Does that make sense? So no one out there, like, this is, it's not keto, it's not intermittent fasting, there's no counting calories, there's none of that. And that's what everyone out there is preaching, is to do those things, especially counting calories. There's actually a lesson that's called Stop Counting Calories, because that's not what this is about. Because calories actually aren't a thing. They're a unit of measurement. That's what they are. So like, if you take like a cup of chocolate chips and a cup of broccoli, they're both the same unit of measure, but the nutrients in them are so very different. So when people are just counting calories, they aren't actually getting all the nutrients they need. So when you have all the nutrients that you need, you're working with your metabolism and you're taking trim, you're going to lose weight. That's like the perfect storm to lose weight. Sorry, I didn't know my dog was in here. So, any other questions about that? It's super, super exciting. Like, I love talking about this because it's such a different way of thinking about weight loss that no one else is talking about. And it actually works. So does that answer your question, Krista, of like how to, I wanted to give you some background information so that way when people ask questions, then you have some answers for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it did. It was good. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, any other questions? Everyone's feeling good? All right. Well, I think that's all that's on my list. So Tammy, I will turn it back over to you.
And I will just turn it right to Zane.
Is that my cue?
Yep,
My
that's
view.
true.
I want to talk things off, but first I want to say thank you to everybody who reached out. As you guys know, Michelle and I have been really sick a couple of weeks. Michelle's still not doing great. I've turned the corner and I feel quite a bit better. I still have my voice is a little deeper probably than you're used to it, but I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who reached out for the prayers and the love and everything that we've received. We really, really do appreciate it. It means a lot, and so thank you very much. We attribute a lot of this to actually some of the products that we make, and you know, I talk all the time about your immune system and the importance of boosting your immune system and having a great balance. Obviously grateful for Brooke and everybody. One of the cool things that we decided to do, as you guys know, was to put some gold tickets and some chocolate. And for those of you who have already sold over 200 PV, I think we've got 18, 19, 20, somewhat 20 chocolate bars just in the last couple of days in sales that we're going to be sending out. Nobody knows. We did them at random. So shipping doesn't know which ones have a golden ticket. We put them in, mix them up. We're going to send you the chocolate. And if you get a golden ticket, let us know. We're excited to see who gets them. And then, of course, not only will you get the gold, but you'll also be put into a drawing for a brand new computer at the first of the year. So we're excited about that. So congratulations to you guys. We got 18 chocolate bars or 20-ish, somewhere in that range already that we need to send out in the next day or two. So we're really excited about that. So one of the things that I want to talk about tonight is just give you guys some more product knowledge and to talk a little bit about the greens. I know that greens may not be everybody's favorite thing to talk about, but in America, one of the issues that we have is we do a great job of picking our products before they're ripe. And then we spray them with chemicals and different things to ripen. The problem with doing that is that our body doesn't get the phytonutrients that it needs, which is why we created the greens. We wanted to blend it with CBG simply because greens are so good for your stomach. And I want to talk a little bit about the benefits of the greens tonight. So when you look at our greens, they're not super unlike tons of other greens on the market, except again that we feel like we've got a better combination. And then of course we've added CBG to help with some of the issues that greens help with naturally. So why are greens so good for our bodies? I came up with a list of the ingredients that we have and what it helps with. So when you look at our greens deck, the stack of ingredients is really good. Tons of greens, but also you've got lots of vitamins and fruit and different things inside of them, which help make them taste better than most greens. I still am always dead honest and say greens aren't my favorite to taste, so I blend them with the protein. But by doing a serving of the greens every day, I know I'm getting the amount of greens that my body needs to help with things like my brain function. I mean, it's been proven that greens help boost the neurotransmitters in your brain, which is a fantastic thing it does naturally. So it's been proven that greens help fight Alzheimer's. We know that TV also helps with Alzheimer's. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm old, and so for me,
Zane, your sound kind of cut out a little bit.
and so by doing this helps kind of brain function. I know that's one of the things I love about trim as well and balance is I feel like my brain works better.
Zane?
That's another big one. One of the reasons why we love greens so much is because it's really high in potassium, and potassium is great to create the.
I don't think he can hear you. Hey, Zane.
So that you don't end up with it.
Hello. Nope.
Potassium is super important.
He's gonna have to repeat everything that he's saying because he's like mostly muted.
Hopefully,
Hey, Zane.
Uh-oh. Am I still
Can you
muted,
hear
Tammy? I don't know what happened. Yeah.
No, you're
Yep.
you're back
Can you
now,
hear me?
but yes,
Oh, I lost you.
we can hear you now.
Sorry about that. Did you lose me where? At potassium?
Before
Just
that.
before that.
Oh man, I was talking to nobody. Okay. Well,
No, you were talking to us. We just couldn't hear you.
let me go back to this. So it boosts brain function. You know, greens are great for brain function because it first boosts the neurotransmitters in your brain. It helps with your stomach and belly bloat because greens are high in potassium, which is, you know, you really need potassium for optimal fluid balance in your body. So that's a huge thing that's really important for your stomach is the amount of potassium that you get in greens. It's great for your skin. Like I live in Utah, so out here, the fall is gorgeous, right? We've got all these beautiful trees and they have green leaves, but then as they start to change, they change color. And when we think of beta carotene, a lot of people think about like eating carrots, because carrots are high in beta carotene, which are great for your eyes, but your skin as well. And greens actually contain a lot of beta carotene. When the leaves change colors, it's actually losing the chlorophyll or the green, and what it's doing is it's showing you the beta carotene that's underneath it, which is why they turn orange and red and yellow, is because it's getting rid of the chlorophyll and showing the beta carotene. Greens naturally contain quite a bit of beta carotene, which is so good for your skin. Greens contain a lot of folate and magnesium, which helps relieve stress, which helps relieve oxidative stress as well. Great for your bones. They have greens contain calcium and vitamin K, which are very, very good. Interesting enough, I hate milk, so I'm like I'm against milk just because I hate it. I don't like the way it tastes. But they have proven that milk itself has no protective effects on fractures of your bones, where actually greens do. And greens are fantastic for your bone health because, again, they contain a lot of calcium and vitamin K. It's one of the reasons I like greens specifically with our cannabinoids is because when you blend those together, they do such a great job for your inflammatory response, which helps prevent autoimmune disease. I know so many people that say, I've got this autoimmune disorder or this autoimmune disorder. And I always say that when you go to the doctor and they say you've got an autoimmune disease, it really means they probably don't know what it is. They're just saying your immune system's not functioning right. We're not sure what that is. And it helps, greens help so much with inflammatory response and helping prevent autoimmune disorders, which is so important. Of course, for me, it's really big to balance blood sugar. That's why I like trim. That's why I like balance. That's why I like the greens, because they help balance your blood sugars. It helps with thyroid conditions. When you start having blood sugar spikes and blood sugar swings, your body actually, at that point, it converts more T4 to reverse T3, so you create more thyroid issues. So creating balance in your sugar is important, and greens really, really, really help maintain a balanced sugar. Helps your gut. It protects your gut against infections, against leaky gut. One of the major causes of leaky gut is that people aren't getting the right amount of nutrition and protein and greens that their bodies need. It helps you tame the toxins in your body. Spinach, chlorella, alfalfa, all of those are great at binding to heavy metals and toxins and getting them out of your system. They help cleanse your liver. That's what chlorophyll is so good. Chlorophyll is what makes them green, right? It's fantastic at cleansing your liver. We put digestive enzymes in here, which help your digestive system. It supports your overall immune system. Greens are so good for your body. They're just so, so good for your body. And like I said, we worked really hard to make them taste as good as possible for being so really healthy. And so, you know, as you go on this Trim 6 challenge and as your customers do, they do the Trim 6, greens are one of those things that are important just to being naturally overall healthy. But those are all the things that scientists and doctors have proven that the ingredients inside of our greens, from the spinach to the spirulina to the chlorella to the green tea leaf, you know, to the broccoli and acai berry, all of those things are in there for a reason. And it's because, you know, everything from boosting your brain to helping your stomach be in balance, all of those things are important. And greens are really an important part of your daily diet. Most of us do not get the greens that we need, even if we're trying our best. we're not getting the best amount of nutrition. And so our greens really should be taken every day. I know that a lot of people struggle to get their proper nutrition needs. So between what Brooke talked about, the core, the protein, greens, nitric oxide, the trim and balance, if you are getting that, your body's getting the right amount of cannabinoids, the right amount of nutrition, and really it's just an overall health boost that your body's going to feel great. Like it's pretty hard to take that every day and not feel amazing. So I love the greens. I know I always joke and say they taste like the underside of a lawnmower. I do still think they do. Like I always try to be dead honest about it, but Deshelle does a great job of blending it into my protein so that I don't even taste it. She blends it in with the protein every day for me. When she blends up my protein and makes it, which I appreciate, and I love my wife for doing that. The greens are just very, very good for you. And bottom line, we did it on purpose because we wanted to help people with all those things that we talked about that make it worthwhile. So I love the greens. I hope you guys do. If you're not fully committed, I would tell you to at least try them for a month and just see how you feel. You're going to feel better. Like I said, they're going to help your stomach. They're going to help your brain. And overall, they're fantastic to get into your system on a daily basis. So that's a little bit of information about the greens. And hopefully that helps you understand why we made them. I love helping people live healthier. I'm so grateful for Brooke and the time that she spent in putting together the Trim 6 so people can get educated on their body. She's right. This is a new system. For those of you who've heard me talk about Trim, right, it's a completely different way of thinking about losing weight. It's a completely different way of saying, hey, you can actually eat what you want and make better food choices. And as you do that, along with us helping your brain be in balance, I actually like that she brought up that somebody said, my brain feels kind of weird. That's actually okay. Like, I'm okay with that because that means you're feeling it and your brain is kind of getting in balance. It might feel odd or a little bit weird. And you might say, man, I'm kind of noticing something. That's actually good. People can feel it and they can feel that, hey, my body's making a change here. So this is exciting and we're really glad to share it, and we're glad that you guys can be a part of it. So there you go. That's my greens talk for tonight.
Can I say something about the taste?
Yes.
So my household, we have 3 out of 4 that absolutely love it, and we just put it in apple juice. So he did a good job of it on the taste. Because we've had other ones.
If you've had other greens, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If you had other greens, you'll be like, most people are like, man, these taste amazing. If you haven't, you'll be like, wow, this tastes terrible. So apple juice is a great way to blend it. Fantastic. And like I said, it's nice knowing you're getting the nutrients that your body needs every day.
Dane, there was a question that Robin asked. She said, do the greens or protein cause gas? My boss has pelvic floor something. I'm really bad at pronouncing words that I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with that. So here's the thing. A lot of times greens get a bad reputation because people have eaten broccoli and it gave them gas, right? So like, oh, all greens give you gas. And that's actually not true. All greens don't. Everybody's body is different, but that's part of the reason why we put some of the digestive enzymes in there too, is to help prevent that if people are struggling with it. Generally speaking, the answer is no. Everybody's body is different, and usually broccoli is kind of the one that everybody knows is like, oh, I ate broccoli, it gave me gas. So I would say my experience with our greens has been that no, it's not a big contributor to helping people have gas. It's actually like I said, one of the things it does is prevent kind of that belly bloat because it's so high in potassium, which helps level out the levels of fluid in your body for fluid balance. So I actually think it's the opposite. It doesn't create gas. So yeah, good question though.
Another question that Daniela asked is, has anyone experienced different tastes after taking Trim for a couple of days? Her daughter-in-law tastes different.
Different tastes?
You can unmute yourself, Daniela.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
looking for the unmute buttons. Where did it go? Yeah, she said that things just tasted different. I told her, I said, I don't know, maybe your taste buds are finally lining up. I don't know.
Wait, so let me ask you a question. Did it taste different in a good way or a bad way?
She couldn't say. She said it was just different.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Well,
Well, can I say something to
no,
that?
I have never had that, but yeah.
Can I say something to that? I
Yeah, for sure.
think one of the things that it changes is your tendency to taste, to need sweets. So like I find that when I'm taking the trim consistently and then I try to eat something sweet, it doesn't taste as good because my taste buds have changed a little bit. So I don't know if that's what's different for her, but that's something that I've experienced, that it totally changes. One, my cravings are different, but when I eat something sweet, it just isn't as satisfying. It's different, I guess is the right word to say for that.
That might be it, because she is a big sweet eater, and I bet that's what it is. I'm gonna have to ask her about that. Thank you.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Can I make our next announcement, or do you have something else on the agenda?
Oh, go right ahead.
Hey everybody, this is Deshelle. Zane mentioned I've been fighting. I think I've turned into a sinus infection, so I sound really congested, and it's been an experience for sure. But I wanted to announce what our next promotion is. We've had some great sales and promotions over Black Friday. I hope everybody took advantage of that. We still have everything on for the next couple of hours before that all ends. But we wanted to jump right into December as well to kind of keep things going and get things excited for gift giving and stocking stuffers, things like that. So we've got the 12 days of Christmas coming up, where we'll have a special each day to take advantage of. There will be an email that'll go out tomorrow just to you reps that will have the calendar of everything that'll be on there, so you can start sharing that with everybody. The other thing is we will be posting lives in our Facebook page every day in the morning at 10 o'clock Mountain Time. We'll be doing that to kind of do a spotlight on the item that's on special for that day. So yeah, exciting things. And I'll give you a heads up right now before you even get the email tomorrow. Back by popular demand, we're super excited about this. The honey candy is back for just this special. We've got 100 bags that we had made for the 12 days of Christmas. That'll be day one. So this starts on Wednesday. I know the 12 days of Christmas usually is like from the 4th or the 12th or 13th or whatever to the 25th, but we're going to start it on December 1 so that we've got it in time for Christmas. So we can put it in stockings and give those to our friends and whatever we want to do with them, so we can have that opportunity to give them as gifts. So that's what I wanted to share. I was super excited about it.
If I can, you guys need to thank Melissa for the honey candy.
Thanks, Zane. You're awesome.
Yeah, so look for that and get your customers to sign up for our Facebook page and like our page so that they can get all the notifications as well and they can see them. So we're excited about it. It'll be a fun 12 days. That's all I had.
Michelle, what Facebook page are you talking about? Because one of them is only for reps.
It's the
Right,
one that's
so-
called Living an Endo Balanced Life with Sakabu.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's
Thank
when,
you.
if you have any customers, I would invite them into it, tell them that they're, you're going to be, that there's going to be specials that are put in there. But most importantly, just like I mean, I learned stuff about the greens that I didn't know today from Zane talking about it. And so every product that we have is going to go on sale. We're going to talk about it so that way people are educated around it, especially when it comes to products that have CBD, because if people are not, they've never tried CBD before, they may be a little leery to try it because they don't really know what it is. You know, so this is a really great way to get people into a community where they can learn and then also get products for a discount.
Sweet.
I think that's all we had. Was there anything else, Zane or Tammy or Brooke, that we needed to cover? Otherwise, we'll pass it off to Steve.
Yeah, I have nothing else. Just again, thank you guys so much for keeping us in your prayers and thoughts. Really appreciate it. Obviously, you can tell Deshelle and I still aren't quite over the hump, but we're going to get there. We've got a great team around us. I know a couple people asked about shipping. I was down in the shipping. They were cranking stuff out today. You know, we want to make sure that all the orders from the weekend, as well as everything you guys get, goes out as quickly as possible. Like I said, we got a great team surrounding us, helping us. So I think, as far as I know, I got to follow up with shipping tomorrow, but I think everything pretty much has been shipped, or if it didn't go out today, it'll go out tomorrow. So we're really excited about that. So grateful for a good shipping team, as well as you guys. We're going to continue to make the best products in the world and have some fun things. I'm excited about the 12 days of Christmas. I know Deshelle gave you guys a sneak peek with the candy, but it's going to be all different stuff than what we did over Black Friday and this. So it'll be more unique things. And like Brooke said, we'll do some live videos every day to kind of educate people on it and teach them about it. So I'm excited about it. Thank you guys so much for being awesome. That's all I have.
And Zane, I do want to say it having been Thanksgiving, the time to be grateful. Again, grateful that you and Deshelle and the kids are coming through COVID, right? What a perfect weekend to be, in some way, acknowledge the gratefulness, right? Because no matter what we're talking about, without health, what is there to be grateful for, right? I also want to say that I'm not upset that the 8 days of Hanukkah lost out to the 12 days of Christmas. I know it was a close contest, but I could understand why we went with the extra 4 days for that, you know. The other thing too, you know, tonight when you were talking about the greens, I think it reminds us, right, about what a rich company we are, in the sense that we're not just so singularly focused, even though we may be singularly focused on what is going to actually grow us exponentially the most, what's going to have the most impact on people. It is remarkable, I'm saying, that we have products that can affect people's lives in so many ways. And the comparison I was thinking about in an unhealthy way, right? When you look at Coca-Cola, that today, I Googled it before the phone call, they have more than 3,500 products, but yet Coke and Diet Coke still far outsell any other product that may be in their line, no matter how healthy they are, no matter what better alternatives they are, better tasting they are, innovative they are. It's still Coke and Diet Coke that are still king in a company that has 3,500 products, which is where I still believe that why 100% of the people need greens, 8 out of 10 people you meet already believe they need our weight loss program. So in some ways, it's the path of least resistance, right? In order to have the exponential success. So that's after they're believers and have results, sometimes is when they'll say yes to the greens, yes to the muscle bomb, yes to the bath salts. And I'm saying all the other incredible stuff that we have. The other thing that in the riches that we have, right, is in a sense of all the options that we have on how we can approach people to get involved in our weight loss program. Unlike selling a house or a car, right? And I think, Brooke, right, this is personal to you, right? You have to sell the whole house. You can't just sell the living room, right? You just don't get to sell the kitchen, right? And you don't get to break that up. But yet in our program, you actually can break it up, right? You have a program today where we have our premier program, where we're selling 2 products and a coaching program, where someone gets the best products, the best coaching, and most likely, in all honesty, will get the best results. You also have it where they can buy 1 product in a coaching program. They can buy 2 products and no coaching program, right? We have just a coaching program. We also have a free trial. We have a free trial in a coaching program, right? While in some ways you may say this is confusing, right? It would be the same way that General Motors has Cadillac and Buick and Oldsmobile and Chevrolet, because the truth is we need to meet people where they're most comfortable in getting started with us. So it's not to overwhelm you or to overwhelm them, right? Because most of us are selling the products to people we know, and we kind of know probably their comfort zone of how they're willing to get started with us. I'm saying when we first start out. Now, as you get to be more experienced and you get more training and you get more comfortable and you get involved in programs where you're selling to people you don't know, then it becomes a little more what you're comfortable selling versus what they're comfortable starting with, right? And so that's what I'm saying. And tonight, in some way, I'm saying whether it be the greens that gives us a rich company or the muscle bomb, where some of you may have started with and going, I don't know why we don't feature that product. It's the greatest product in the world, right? That product is no less important than that. But we're coming from a business opportunity, especially on these phone calls, right? About how to fill your pipeline. Because if people are involved in no program, then there's no opportunity for you to impact people's lives or impact your own family's lives in that sense. The other thing I want to say tonight is I know last time we went almost like an hour and 45 minutes, right? As soon as we started to talk about the compensation plan, right? The call took a whole nother living, and I had a chance to review that phone call. And I'm always about bumper stickers and takeaways, right? In that sense. And so what I just want to do to repeat that, maybe to make it simple, which is going to be in 30 seconds versus another 30 minutes, is that on average, when you sell a product in our company, here's what happens, is you're going to make about 30%. Your customer is going to get 5% back for his next purchase, right? Pretty simple, easy to remember. And just the part that gets confusing is just realize at the same exact time, 5 other people are going to make on average 5% also of that sale. So you're going to make 30, customer is going to get a 5% kicker for his next purchase, and 5 other people are going to earn around 5%. And then the leaders in the company, the ones who perform this, because a leader can be someone who just started too in our company, they're going to share in another 3% of the sales of the company. That's what happens. So sometimes when somebody says, well, why can't I earn more? Why can't they pay us all 10%? Why can't they pay us 15%? I brought that person in. Without me, that person wouldn't even be in the company, and I'm only making it. Realize is that a lot of people are sharing in that benefit. We always pay the person the most who makes the sale, and then we pay the most to the people who bring in the most people to make sales. But on average, it's 30% to you. It's going to be 5% to the customer. 5 people are going to make about 5%, and the leaders are going to make an extra 3%. So I wish I had said that kind of more simply, last time. And if anyone needs further explanation, we can certainly do that. But whether it be the simplicity of the way you get started in our company, the simplicity of the way you earn, right? Or in the simplicity of the messaging. And I think you'll find that in Brooke's program is that it's going to be simple for the customer to understand, why is this program working when every other single one didn't work before for them? Because remember, most people who come to us, as we like to say, this isn't their first rodeo, this isn't their first weight loss program, but hopefully it'll be their last. So let's look forward to the 12 days of Christmas. The average person, just so you know, gains about 5 pounds. That's the real number between Thanksgiving and New Year's, but they're overweight long before Thanksgiving comes, right? So they're not going to try to lose that 5 pounds they gained come January 1st, right? They're just going to have to lose 5 pounds more than they thought they were going to have to lose if they wait to start then, as opposed to those 35 people, for example, which hopefully is going to grow to 100 people who start long before the 12 days of Christmas start. So with that, everybody, have a great week, and we're here to support you every step of the way. So thanks very much, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks. Night, everyone.